A Burnaby family is furious after learning their teenager was vaccinated at school without their permission. Parents generally assume that they are responsible for their children until they reach the age of majority. The family had no idea 14-year-olds are allowed to make their own medical decisions. It is legal as long as a doctor or a nurse believes the child is mature enough to understand the risks and benefits of treatment. But as Natalie Clancy reports, this family has a very personal reason to avoid vaccination.
The fact that they did this without our knowledge or consent sickens me.
It was already done when Dean Boonstra found out his 14-year-old was pulled out of class and inoculated against tetanus, diphtheria, and whooping cough.
They just didn't check her history. They didn't call us. We received no consent form.
I didn't really know what to do, and she didn't really give me an option to not get a vaccine.
The shy grade 9er filled out a consent form and didn't ask questions.
She tried explaining it to me, I guess, but I couldn't really hear her over everyone else.
This is the reason we don't vaccinate.
Their first daughter had an adverse reaction to a similar vaccine. She died 10 years ago after a lengthy illness.
She was a fine, bouncy little baby, and then she, after receiving the shot, just noticeable difference within 12 hours. Couldn't lift her head up. She started fevering, just right away. And doctors, of course, denied that the vaccine had anything to do with it.
He knows vaccines save millions of lives. And despite hard medical proof, he says it's just not worth the risk for his children.
They jeopardized my child's life. Thank God nothing happened.
Health officials would not talk about this case other than to say their nurses followed procedure. But the parents say that is not possible because if their daughter had been asked about any medical history of a bad reaction to a vaccine, she would have told the nurses about her sister who died.
They never asked me that.
Just fill out this consent form while I get the vaccine ready.
This video for the BC Centre for Disease Control shows nurses how to assess a child for what's called mature minor consent. Once signed, a 14-year-old's wishes even trumps their parents.
If they are informed and capable of making a mature consent about the health care that they want to receive, the courts have said very clearly that they have the right to do that.
But Boonstra says his daughter is not mature enough, and he's angry nurses are going school to vaccinate teens despite their parents' wishes. Natalie Clancy, CBC News, Burnaby.